Hello friends, and today I'd like to talk about how to dissolve the self, what we call self. We always identify ourselves with something in this life, whether you call yourself a son, you call yourself a father, mind gives a lot of identities to what we call, what we think we are is not truly we are. So I want to point you towards the truth of who we truly are. So as I mentioned before in my previous videos, if you've seen it or not, I'll mention it again. So if you think logically, obviously, to me, I don't know about other people, obviously I am what I am is not a body. A lot of people identify themselves with being a body, but that cannot be true. A simple reason. Let's just reason to bring some examples. So if you cut your hand, hypothetically speaking, we're not gonna do that, but if you cut your hand, would you say that hand is you now, or if it separates from you from the body? So you say this is my hand, and even when you say it's my hand, but you don't say I am a hand. Well, the same thing is, you don't say I am a body. You say something else, like you say my beard, my eyes, my brain. So it belongs to you, but that's not who you are. And so I'll bring an example. Like, for example, if you are a body, right, everything is in it, in the body, is you, and what you identify yourself with. Now when you go to a doctor and they draw blood out of you, and they drew blood out of you, and then they show you your blood, would you say that's you now? It can't be you, because the blood is not you. It's part of your body, but it's not you. But then you say, so how can that be? It's a contradiction. If you say I am a blood, well, that can't be right. It doesn't make sense naturally, even intuitively, it doesn't make sense. So when they drew your blood, you can't say that I am that blood. It was part of your body. So, but it's not you. So is the body is not you. You can't say I am a brain, because that leaves the heart out. You got a heart which supports the brain function. Everything is in the body, works together in connection. So to help you experience who you are. Now, what makes you, or image of you of people, what they think is their experiences. We're getting deeper now. So obviously I am not a body. It cannot be a body. So we'll leave it at that. It's like, or I just bring another example. Let's say you say that you have a car, and which part of the car is the car, the name of the car? Like the wheels? Like if you take the car and take out the wheels, take out the engine, take out the frame, take out the doors, take out everything, chop everything in pieces, and you're left with a bunch of metal, like just bunch of metal, bunch of stuff. And so where's the car now? Where is it gone? So that's the same with the body. You can't say that, in fact there is no car. We created in our mind something that we call a car, but in reality you can look at it in many different forms. So anyway, now let's come back to the mind. So what makes up a person, an individual, is individual memories from childhood, from growing up, from experience, life experiences. So that makes up us, makes up what you think you are. But it's also an illusion, because truly, I mean, everybody has the feelings, everybody has experiences, and this is the image that we created about ourselves, of who we are, through all of these experiences in life. So we think that we are those experiences, but that's not true. Those experiences are not who we are. You can't say I'm an experience, you know. Even intuitively, you know that that's not true. So now, so all the memories, all the collective memories you came up with through your life doesn't make up you. It's just your experiences and your memories, but that's not you. So now you see that can't be you. You can't say I'm a memories, you know. You can't say that. That's even intuitively, you know that it's not true. So so who are we then? What makes you? So now another question. People made out of a lot of things. Like psychologically, we made out of emotions and thoughts. I mean, not made out of. We have emotions and thoughts. So experiencing the emotions, those emotions doesn't, I mean, they belong to you, yes, but they're not who you are. And so is the thinking mind. If you close your eyes and the thoughts start popping up, you'll notice that you cannot be those thoughts. They are yours, but they are not who you are. So we got that, okay? Now, so who are we? What are we truly, like in truth? What are we? So the simplest thing is what we are. What makes us us is our consciousness. What we are is a consciousness. And some people say it's a divine consciousness. I don't agree with that. I say there's nothing divine about it. It's absolutely natural. Everybody in the planet, on our earth, everybody, even animals, have consciousness. They're conscious of things. Just like you conscious of your thoughts. They are not you, but you are conscious of them. So we're naming these things like consciousness, but in reality, the self, if you look deeply, if you meditate deeply, once your thoughts stop, once you stop thinking, which also another thing is that you don't want to achieve that. But if you do practice meditation and try to understand who you are and see for yourself who you are, and you wanna control those thinking, that thinking to stop, which is actually natural process of our brain to think. What you wanna do is meditate on, not on stopping thinking, but actually thinking of non-thinking. I think this is the best way to describe it. So when you meditate and you want to stop thinking, you think about non-thinking, and then you'll see what happens. Then it's all natural. So you still think, but you still think non-thinking. It's hard to explain, but like it's kind of a contradiction, but it's not. So that's what you meditate on if you want to do this. So which brings me to the self. So self is a consciousness, is some sort of a consciousness inside us but this consciousness is universal. It belongs to all humans. Have the same consciousness. Yes, they have different experience, but the nature of consciousness is the same in every single person. And the funny thing is, if you look really deeply, you will never find this consciousness. Yes, you are conscious, we know that, but you cannot find it. Like you can see thinking, you can feel your emotions, You can feel your experience, but that's not who you are. So this consciousness that I'm talking about is not just being conscious. Well, I'm conscious that I'm seeing through these eyes, but who is the one that's seeing? You can't see that. So it's like it's like it's like a contradiction. It's like the eye that sees but cannot see itself. So the consciousness can never, you can never be conscious of consciousness. I mean, you understand that there is a consciousness and you are conscious. So that's your experience. That's only you can relate to. But you cannot see it. So in fact, you can never find it. And that's what brings me to another example. What we call a tree. What defines a tree, like a tree outside that grows? What defines a tree? A tree. What we call a tree? We call it because our words creates an illusions. Once we talk about truth, that it no longer becomes the truth. So, but we still need to, we still sort of, with words, we still point to the truth, but we can't actually show it or explain it, because conceptual understanding of truth is not the truth. So anyway, what I want to say about, so here's a tree, right? Outside. What defines a tree? Well, the root, the the leaves, the branches, everything. Now you take the tree and you chop it up in pieces. We're dissecting with logically. It becomes pile of wood. So where is the tree gone? So there was never a tree before. So you see, when I said there was never a tree before, this is it. This is the truth. So it's like, see, I just stopped thinking, and I can't explain it with words. But there is no tree. But there is what something that we call tree, but in reality, truly, there is no such thing. You see what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's really, I hope you understand what I'm saying. But if you chop the tree in pieces, it becomes pile of wood. So it's continuation of the tree into the pile of woods. In pile of wood, the tree was never there. What we call tree with the words, it's not the truth. It's not the tree. We just call it to point to an object. But when we chop it up, it becomes something else. So where has it gone? And where did it come from? It comes from nowhere, and it goes to nowhere. The conceptual understanding is limited. There was never a tree. There was never something that we called a tree. You know what I mean? Like, just stop thinking for a second. There was never a tree. Think about that. So what was it? The same thing with the self. There is no self. There is nothing that we can call self. Nothing you can point to. So where do you come from? Where do you go? All these questions with words are not explainable. You just need to stop thinking mind even for a split second, and you realize that. So I guess that's it. I want to leave it at that. So I actually stopped playing chess because playing chess make my mind go crazy. Just start thinking. So so what do we do with all that, understanding that there is no self, there is no me, what we call me? So so this consciousness, what we call, or this no mind, this no mind, what do we do with it? Well, When you drive a car, when you drive a car, you drive, but you don't drive. Or shall we say, how should I put it? You drive without driving. You understand? You live without living. Not you live your life, but without. It's hard to explain. It's like it creates this. Anyway, well, like I said with the car example, you drive the car without driving, or without thinking about it, or thinking, like do things with spontaneously, naturally, not with like thinking mind, thinking too much about driving. A lot of people drive and they stress out. I noticed. I drive, I just drive. When I drive the car, I just drive. I just watch the road, and that's it. You know, that's all. So live fully. Live with living. Live as much as you can, and find out who you are. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.